Hello. As you can see, I'm walking. Hello, Kenza.
Hi, Babasi.
How are you?
I'm fine. What about you?
Say that again.
I said, what about you? Are you okay?
I'm going through some challenges, but yeah, I'm walking. I'm actually at a historic site that deals with the Civil War and
Ah,
one of the battles that was fought in Washington D.C. But
ah,
yeah, but I'm walk. I'm on my phone right now, but I'm walking towards some place where I can get on a laptop. So you guys will lose me for a moment, but hopefully I'll be back.
okay.
I
Okay.
think I missed you last week.
No,
Um,
last week I didn't come because I have a lot of exams, and then I
ah,
today.
okay. But I'm glad to see you and I'm glad to hear your voice.
Thank you.
I think Waleed is flying the magic carpet today. I'm not sure where John is.
hmm
Oh, I should have shown you the where I was. It's a historic site. It's a cemetery. I usually don't show cemeteries, but it's a cemetery, and there was an old house that I was trying to figure out what the significance of the old house was. It probably was the groundkeeper's house. I don't know. And I was trying to find out more information. But this is not about me. It's about you guys, you know. So you're okay?
Yeah.
And you have a story for us today?
Yes, I have one story about
Okay.
Juha.
Oh, yes. Uh, we're going to get started in just a minute. You will lose me probably while you're telling the story because where I'm going, I
Okay.
think my signal is going to cut out, but I'll be back in about 5 minutes.
Okay.
Um, let's just give it a minute. I think it's you, me, and Waleed at the moment.
Yes. Maybe I'll waiting for another person that maybe come to the cafe today.
Right. Well, we can give it a couple of minutes.
Yes, it's okay.
Oof. Oh, Jasmine made you enter the room. Yay. Hello, Jasmine. She should be in now. Two great storytellers, two great young international storytellers. So I'm about to get on an elevator and I'll probably lose the signal. I'm not sure what time. Oh, it's 12:06. So let's give it to 12:50. Oh, Norman's about to come in. Great. Norman, I'm about to get on an elevator and my signal will probably drop. But if the ladies will hold on to about 12:15, that'll give people time to check in and hopefully give me time to get off the elevator and get to my laptop. Uh-oh, we lost somebody. Who did we lose?
We didn't lose anyone. Kenza turned off her camera.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Jasmine. How have you been? I've missed you.
I've been well.
Great. Oh, I can see you. Yes. Okay. I'm going to a hotel room where I can get on my laptop and do this properly. So it's you, Kenza, me. Come on.
And
And I
myself.
believe Norman. Yes, Norman.
Yes,
Norman,
but
you.
unfortunately, Kansa and Jesname, I can only be a couple minutes. I made
But
a mistake in my appointment, so but she's not responding to my cell phone, so I'd asked for extra time to listen to the stories. So I'm gonna wait until I hear. If I don't, then she's right across the street from me, so
so
it's
can you
not like
stick around for at least 5 minutes? Give
I
me
can.
time to get to my laptop and
Yeah.
reconnect.
Who's hosting?
I think it's me, and right now it's going to be you until I can get to the laptop.
Okay. Have you got stories, Kenza and Jesima?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, well, I really like the session. We didn't have any young tellers, but we told stories told by young tellers in the past. I think that's a bit cheaty, but we did the best that we could. Um, but it was very appropriate because the story I told was about a young boy, told by a young boy, her father, when friend's father, when he was a young boy in Hebron, and right there uh, the violence that was going on in Gaza and the West Bank was at its peak. So we felt that these stories were important to be shared. So and we both, Baba C and myself, my apologies for not for not scheduling better. Kenza, where are you again?
I'm in Italy. I'm in Italy.
I've been asked to tell a story on a 24 story being run by Stamboza, and I won't tell you what the story is because I have not an idea what it is. But we're 24 stories, all for the 24 days of Christmas that we have. But these days it's celebrated by anybody who eats chocolate. They'll get one of the calendars and happily eat their way through the month. And so we're waiting on Baba C. I must admit, Baba C's camera looks like it's an expressionist painting. What do you think? Like he should take a picture of it and mount it in the gallery, become famous, and make lots of money. There we go. So, Baba, see, I have to go and check my friend across the street now. So,
I am signing on to the computer now. If you can
okay.
just give me another moment.
Kenza and Jesima are being very, I honor your patience. Thank you very much.
In fact, they can give me just a moment. They can start telling stories. I will probably come in while they're in the midst. I will listen through my phone until I actually come in on my computer.
Okay.
And
okay, then Kenza, could I ask you to be the first storyteller then? I'll be here to hear the whole story.
So I start.
Yes,
yes,
please, and thank you.
I have a story that's about Juha. And the story title was Juha and the Mission. So once, with a head injury, his mother was terrified, grabbed a knife, and said to Juha, "Go on, Juha, go out and seek revenge on the taker for our son." The son, while very angry, said, "My father saw the man who hurt me. He left me and entered the house." The wife, with deep sadness, said, "Are you still a coward? I will not live with you any more." Meanwhile, Juha's neighbor entered the house and treated the boy, then said to Juha, "You should take the herbs of courage." Juha asked his neighbor, "What do you mean by that?" So the neighbor said, "While you're on your donkey, Juha, you look like a lion and people fear you. But when you get off of your donkey, you appear like a sheep and they are gay to you. Be brave, like your donkey. Go to a friend of mine who is a desert Bedouin and ask him for herb of courage. And after a few days of using them, you will be among the bravest. Be brave, and you will protect yourself and your family." So Juha followed his neighbor's advice, rode his donkey, and went into the wilderness. When he approached the Bedouins, he found his donkey moving backwards and running forward. So he saw his donkey chasing a group of dogs who were afraid of him and ran ahead of him. So Juha tried to push his donkey back with the stick, but couldn't. Then the donkey stopped, turned back, and went toward the Bedouin tents. When Juha arrived, he found the people of the tents, including women, elders, and boys, greeting him, cheering him, and saying, "Welcome, brave knight, welcome, the victor. You have saved us from a senseless death, O hero." So Juha got off his donkey and sat down with the Bedouin sheikhs, and their oldest man then said, "Our tribesmen have gone on a recent campaign and have left behind, as you can see, the women and children. They would eat us." So Juha said, "I did not see the tie. but some dogs were chasing my donkey. Then another sheikh said, "Good is great, calls the snakes and dogs. What is your name, O savage? And who did he lead you to us?" Then Juha felt very embarrassed and said to himself, "I thought the tails were dogs, and I have never seen them before. I become brave in their eyes. Should I tell him that I came from herbs of courage? This will not happen." So then Juha said, "Oh, my name is Juha. I have lost my pity." Then one of the Bedouins said, "You are our guest, and we will not leave you until the tribesmen have returned. Come, tell us about your heroic deeds." So Juha said, "I have heard about your herb of courage. Do they have a specific effect?" Then the Bedouin said, "My son, after a while, after eating these herbs of courage, before the eating, was afraid of going under the sea. And if he went down, he would come up. But then, when he eats these herbs, he wouldn't come up from the sea. He hadn't been out for days." Then the old of the Bedouin asked Juha, "Is it Saturday or Sunday, Juha? I slept a lot yesterday." Then Juha said, "It's Monday." Then the Bedouin replied, "Oh, good willing, this is the first time Saturday and Sunday meet. Good for you." Meanwhile, the tribesmen returned and learned of Juha's bravery and how he had single-handedly attacked the dogs and saved the women, elders, and children from certain deaths. The chief of tribe said, "Welcome, Juha." But then Juha said, "Excuse me, but I will return to the city and wait for you at my house. I am very late for my family." Some members of the tribe greeted Juha after giving him gifts and said to him, "We will come to you all night." Juha then returned home laden with gifts and said to his wife, "Today I chased a dozen of dogs alone, and the whole desert speaks of my courage." The wife said joyfully, "How wonderful these herbs are! Indeed, they have a magical effect. I see you tall, broad, and strong. This is an opportunity to discipline anyone who assaulted your child." Then Juha said, "My time doesn't now allow me to deal with such small things. The Bedouin tribes need my precious time to solve their problem as they are difficult." Then, a few days later, two Bedouins came to Juha's house. One of the Shaban tribe and the other one is from Ramadan tribe. And they found that the problem was in the grandfather's grave. So Juha said, "Give me a week to study the case." And the two men left the city after leaving the gifts. Then Juha's wife was sure that his husband had become important and began to boast about him among her neighbors. But 2 days later, the knowledge of the Shaban tribe, bringing with him many gifts and some sheep to Juha for them. Then a man from the tribe of Shaban followed him without the knowledge of the Ramadan tribe, and he had many gifts for same reason. Then Juha's wife, seeing the gifts, and said, "Oh, all these gifts and sheep, and they filled the yard. Why don't you rent us a house where we can live?" Then Juha said, sadly, "After 2 days, my wife, the problem of gifts will end." Then the wife said, "What will you rule, Juha? It's for who? Does it give you more?" Then Juha said, "I don't think about it, and it doesn't concern me. I have been busy. I have been busy with the disappearance of this trouser for 2 days." The wife so thought aloud, and they left Juha for a few moments. So they returned with a big stick and hit Juha on the head, and then said to him, "Now you are hurt and sick." She was appointed to rule between the two tribes only after a year. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm glad I heard all the stories then. And I have to rush across the street, and I just didn't want to leave until I heard anything. Thank you for the story about all the aspects of friendship and courage. Okay. Take care. I will see you this time next week. I'll be in better schedule. Take care, everyone. Yeah.
That was well told.
That load.
Wait a minute, I'm getting feedback.
Wait,
Baba, see, you have two cameras. You have two.
Yeah, I'm trying to turn.
yeah, I'm trying to turn one of them off. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, Dave. Can you hear me? Can you?
Your voice is cracking. It's not clear.
How about now? Hello?
Okay, but it did not really go.
All right, Jasmine May, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. My this is supposed to be the better headset. Supposed to be able to hear me all. You get better and better each time. Both of you get better and better. I know you're probably tired of hearing me say that, but it's true. Anyhow, thank you very, very much for that. Jasmine May, are you ready to hold us in complete rapture and entertain us with what we know is going to be another fantastic story?
Yes.
Are you ready? Then the stage is yours.
Hello everyone, my name is Jasmine and I'm from India. Today I'd be narrating a story which is about that how small things matter in life. The name of my story is A Drop of Honey. Once a powerful king and his chief minister were sitting on the balcony of their royal palace. They were having the view of the marketplace town. They could see people shopping. They could see people taking their dogs for a walk. They could see people buzzing around with different activities. As they talk, the king eats his favorite snacks, which is when he dips his rice cracker into a bowl of the most expensive and the sweetest honey of the world. Delicious, says the king. He scoops up a generous amount of honey to put it into his mouth. A little drop of honey drips down from the side of his mouth and lands to the window ledge. Your Majesty, let me get a servant to wipe it off, says the minister. The king tells him, no, it's not our problem. I don't want anyone to interrupt our decision. It's just a small drop of honey. Let it be. That drop of honey trickles down from the window ledge and goes all the way down to the street below. The king and the chief minister are still busy on their discussion. The yummy honey certainly tastes better than leftovers in the rubbish bin that the fly had found before. The fly was so engrossed in the honey that he does not notice the lizard. The lizard then pounces on the fly. The lizard enjoys his meal thoroughly because a fly with honey tastes delicious for the lizard. As he eats, a cat pounces there. The cat was nearby roaming. The cat was drawn by that fly. The cat was attracted to the lizard and the cat pounced on the lizard. A dog that was loosely tied to the lamp breaks free behind the cat. The dog pounces on the cat and there's mewing and barking all over the street. Now the chief minister observes it and said, maybe we should do something. It's not our problem, reports the king again. Soon the owners of the cat and the dog come out. The cat's owner was horrified to see her cat being attacked by a bully dog. And so both the owners yell at each other. Soon people start coming out from their stalls and houses to see the commotion on the streets. Seeing their friends' cats being attacked, some people join beating the dog owner, while the dog owner's friends join that fight too, and each other, they fight with each other. The chief minister says, look, Your Majesty, the people are fighting down below. Perhaps we should do something. No, says the king again, that's their problem. Let them take care of it. It's not our problem. Now street vendors, passers by, attracted by the noise, gather round to see what's happening. Among them, there are of course cat lovers and dog lovers, and soon they all have a fight. The scene is filled with flying fists, twirls, and kicks. For every punch, there's a counter punch. For every kick, there's a counter kick. And for every cursed word, there is cursing again. Maybe we should do something, the chief minister is finally begging the king. Let's carry on what we are doing. It's not our problem, insisted the king. Soon the big commotion brings out the well-armed guards of that palace, among whom are dogs lover and cats lover again. The soldiers themselves start taking sides. They are begin fighting with swords now and weapons against each other. My dear king, I really think we need to do something, pleads the chief minister. For the last time, I tell you it's not a problem. I will go see my queen now. This is a silly problem. Such fighting is considered a small matter to the king, who is used to big wars and conquering land. The fight below the palace spreads out to the city. Somebody sets fire to a house, then to other and to other, and in the dark night the city burns. Early next morning, loud bangs shakes the palace. A cannonball strikes the palace and reduces it to rubble. The queen crawls out, crying for her children, while their palace is destroyed. The king crawls out of the smoking ruins and says, maybe that drop of honey was a problem after all. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Princess Jasmine May. Thank you, Princess Kinza. I must say that I love how more intricate, more complex your stories become, encouraging us to listen more intensely and carefully. And I love the way I say this before, I say it again because it's true. I love the musicality of your voice, the way you use your voice. It's an instrument, and I like the way that you use it. I love the rhythm, and I like the way you involve the various characters. And I love the way that your stories have become more complex and you've become even more confident. So thank you very much for your stories.
Thank
I'm
you.
always, it's, if I appear to always be complimenting you and Kenza and the other young storytellers, it's because you deserve to be praised. If you were not very good, believe me, I would find a kind way of letting you know. But you get better and better, and I really enjoy that. I've heard some storytellers that, let's just say, if they were adults, I would tell them don't give up their day jobs. But you guys, you ladies are getting better, and it's always a treat. And when I miss hearing you, I always feel like there's something missing from my day. So thank you very much. So, do either of you have another story you wish to share? It's okay if you don't.
I have a poem that I've written for the people in Gaza because we've worked with them, so I wrote it for them.
By all means.
Yes?
Okay.
So
Yes.
I work with the friends, so I have friends in Gaza. So seeing the news, I was quite disheartened, so I've written this poem for them. What we see is the sunrise. What they see is a threat to their lives. What our children are following is dreams. What their children are following is a path with no humanity. We are sleeping peacefully at night. Think about those who are haunted by the fight. We are happy like anything. Think about those who are facing it. Children here are demanding things. Think about the children who are praying for their living. Every day we have something new to eat. Think about those who are dying for feed. We have everything we deserve. Think about those who are dying from thirst. Our children are going to school every day. Think about the children which are trapped on the bridge of life and death. It's time for us to stand, because now we can't let the innocents die. At last, stop, because they are just children which are dying every day. Thank you.
Bye,